Hey, just came back from visiting my grandma in the Philippines. I had a great time. I lost 2 weeks of training for this triathlon. Didn't have that much time to train in the Philippines, but I learned a lot of great stuff about triathlons, and one of them is that there's an international triathlon in the Philippines, and it's pretty well renowned and a lot of people go to it. So I'm going to try to work hard, and after I complete the Napa triathlon, I'm going to try to make my way and train harder and harder and make my way to the Philippines and compete in the international triathlon over there. Really quick, one interesting story. When I was at the Philippines, I was at the airport on my way home going back to California, and I saw this girl, and I was like, just like a typical guy saying, wow, she's really pretty. I wonder what kind of guy she dates. I'm getting married, so I was just admiring how pretty she was. It's nothing big. Anyways, and the minute I said that in my head, she ran over to some guy, and that guy just happened to be Rob Schneider. And I didn't know who Rob Schneider was. I mean, I knew who he was. I've seen a couple of his movies, but his movies are like 15 years old, or they might even be like 20. Like Deuce Bigalow, when did that come out? And he's 50 years old now, so I didn't recognize him. So a mob started swarming around him, and I nudged some guy and I said, hey, who is that? Because pretty much almost every single girl in that area of the airport who was 30 and under somehow knew who he was and ran over there to take a picture with him. And me and some guy who were standing back were looking and observing, and were just amazed that someone could generate that kind of attention at 6 a.m. in the morning in a really little tiny airport in the Philippines. So the guy turns to me and he says, that's Rob Schneider. And I was like, wow, that's Rob Schneider. So I went over there and I said, can I take a picture with you to him? And he took a picture. He was pretty happy about it. So I had a good time in the Philippines. Rob Schneider, he's half Filipino, and he's making his rounds doing his comedy tour in Asia. So that was a pretty interesting moment of the trip. And it just happened the last day when I was going back to California at the airport. Really interesting. But now it's back to training for the triathlon. I didn't get to run or swim too much in the Philippines, so today I'm going to try to get a 4-mile run, which is pretty much nothing because the triathlon is a 24-mile run. So I need to up my running. Anyways, subscribe, keep posted. I'm going to blog everything I do for this triathlon, so if you're interested in doing a triathlon, maybe you can join me one day. Alright, talk to you later.